Elements by Rejects on AO3. Chapter 9. Chapter 8. Really? You forgot your key. You're such a space case, Deku. Footsteps followed him to the couch, and he assumed Deku's keys was left under the cushions. Deku was really close to him, looking at him, right into his soul, probably. Deku, don't you have to leave, right away? He tried not to choke on his words, but he did anyways, and what Deku said next. Do you like me at all? What? Deku... What? I just want to know. He was pushed onto the couch, and Deku planted himself on his lap. Do you like me? Do you love me? This wasn't the Deku he knows. The hell's wrong with you? What kind of sick joke are you trying to pull? He couldn't look him in the eyes, as he barely tried shoving him off, but the tight grip Deku had on his arm made him falter. Deku or not, he wouldn't admit to anything if they think cornering him like this would get them what they want. Do you know you're not good enough for me? This wasn't Deku. Unable to respond, he looked at Deku. Deku, who was grinning wide at him, with a mad look in his eyes. This wasn't. You're not. There are people better than you ever will be, for me. This. Deku leaned in, hot breath on his lips. You're a scum, Bakugou. The needle in his arm happened too fast. Deku's hands around his throat happened too fast. Why, Deku? Why? Die! Deku yelled right into his face. You scum! Die! Then, Deku wasn't Deku anymore. The girl's grip tightened around his throat, and she laughed hysterically. Thrashing and thrashing, he couldn't get her to let go. He started to fade. He saw Deku instead of the girl, grinning manically at him. You're destined for great things. A voice called out. The pain stopped, and the darkness filled with voices of the past overwhelming him. You're such a great singer, you don't even have to try. Wow, you're joining UA? If anyone can join the greatest agency out there, you can. That Katsuki never ceases to amaze me. The voices call out to him, turn to whispers. He doesn't have to put any effort in. Bakugou seems to think highly of himself, doesn't he? He doesn't even work that hard and thinks he's so great. He's gonna be here in a year. He doesn't have to put any effort in. Bakugou seems to think highly of himself, doesn't he? He doesn't even have to work that hard, and he thinks he's so great. He's gonna debut in a year. What a joke. Why would he debut before me when he hasn't even done anything about his body? Stop. You're so talented, Katsuki. Stop it. He's not that great. Stop. A hand reaches out to him through the darkness. A hand radiating innocent, trust, and pure admiration. Kachan. Izuku jolted awake, and he felt like he'd just finished running a marathon. He covered his face with both hands. It had been over a month since Toga's attack. They even moved to another dormitory building UA owned. About a couple weeks after the hospitalization and that damn attack, he was given the okay to return to his activities. However, his voice was still affected, as he wasn't completely healed yet. That was annoying. Not that it made any difference during television performance. They all usually lip-sync during those anyways. They still had their new single to work on, however. The last month had been filled with songwriting, especially on Katsuki's part, thanks to originally being out of commission. As for everything else that had gone after the arrest of Toga, the staff members who were framed for poisoning Bakugou met up with the group. She had apologized, something she wasn't expecting to do at all since she herself did nothing wrong. On her end, Toga had attacked her and left her unconscious in a custodial closet, where she woke up alone and wandered out confused, only to be caught by security. In the end, the group treated her to lunch as their own apology for everything she went through, and parted ways on good terms. Now all of it was in the past, so he tried convincing himself. Katsuki got out of bed and threw open the door to the bathroom, almost running into the person who was standing right in front of his room. "Kachan, good morning." Deku greeted him, and his memory dream schemed in his mind. Katsuki only grunted in response because he hated mornings, and his mouth tasted awful. "I'm making a quick coffee run before we head out. Want anything?" The taller man grunted again, not wanting to converse right now. "So, usual smoothie then? Any specific kind?" Deku's prodding was adorable, even this early in the morning. And boy, did he want to kiss him. And as that thought exited his mind as fast as it entered, Katsuki closed his eyes and exhaled through his nose. Apparently that response was good enough for the shorter man. "Strawberry. Got it." He wanted to kiss him terribly. He first realized he felt something towards Deku during the year they worked towards debut. He couldn't understand what it was. Deku had stayed long after the dance practice was over to keep training. Katsuki was originally going to let him keep going and head home, but as he watched him, he was brought back to his own earlier days at UA, spending every night practicing, ignoring the pain all over his body and the blisters on his feet. He'd usually have a small amount of food and an energy drink or two to get through the day. At that age, desperate to do anything to be perfect, he learned there were other trainees who were purging. Sometimes, even now, he felt the temptation. But having watched Deku, at that time, work into the late hours until he could barely move was the final pull that tugged Katsuki towards him. The fact that Katsuki could go in without being noticed in the room filled with mirrors proved how focused the newbie was. "Hey, Deku." With his concentration broken, the smaller male jumped. "Kachan!" Sweat had been dripping down his face and his cheeks were flushed. Katsuki sighed. "You're going to hurt yourself if you don't rest." His own mantra. "I know, but..." "No buts. Let's go home." "Us? Together?" The confusion on Deku's face was goddamn adorable. He found it so adorable that he didn't realize it was adorable. All his face did at the time was piss him off, because, of course, together. "If you just went back with us earlier, when it was actually time to leave, we would have still gone home together anyways, dumbass." "I guess you're right there." When Katsuki realized his temper was starting to flare, he inhaled, pinching the bridge of his nose. An uneasiness seemed to evaporate off Deku, because after a moment, he laughed. "What the hell are you laughing about?" Deku caught his breath and wiped his forehead. "For some reason, since we all got together, I've been afraid of you." "Huh?" "Well, not exactly. I mean, just, I thought you hated me after all this time, so I did my best not to upset you, but..." "Hate you." Katsuki felt beyond offended. "Why would I? How old do you think I am? 10?" He was met with even more laughing. "It's not funny." Deku continued to laugh, clutching his stomach, and seemingly ready to pass out. "I'm just relieved, is all." His final response, after regaining his composure. "Now that you finally snapped at me, I feel like I can do anything now." At that, Katsuki couldn't understand what the tug in his chest was, so he ignored it. But he didn't mind it every time he felt it afterwards. After a packed day of photo shoots and meetings, Katsuki lounged on his bed, staring at his phone before deciding to text his bandmate. "Are you awake?" "Seriously, I'm across the hall." "So, that's a yes?" "Why aren't you sleeping?" "I got lyrics inspiration, so I'm writing. What's your excuse?" "Day off is coming up." "Yes?" "Plans?" "None so far." "We should do something." "Did you pass out?" "Sorry, writing, but got anything in mind?" "I don't know, I'd figured you'd think of something." "We should ask the others what they'd be into." Katsuki dropped his phone on his face. The invitation was meant for just the two of them. "If they don't want to come, what do you want to do?" "I think they'd want to, but I haven't been to the movies in a while." If Ochako and the others are free, we should invite them too. I think she mentioned having the evening that day free at least. Katsuki wanted to break his phone. I don't have their numbers. I do. The blonde flipped onto his stomach and buried his face into his pillow, groaning. Ochako said they can do a movie. Of course, we should probably be careful because gossip, but since we'll be in a big group, it should be fine. I still don't know how any of this works, honestly. Just that low-key is the way to be. Anyways, I haven't seen the latest All Might yet. Okay. We can figure out the first part of the day with the guys. Okay. You know, we could have discussed this in person. I'm comfy. Smiley face. Night, Kachan. He wanted to kiss the man so badly. Night, Deku. End chapter 8. Alright, I just have a couple notes. I think it's really cute. Okay, first of all, I was about to talk about the cute moments. No, you have to talk about the beginning. Oh my god, Toga, you did what? I'm sorry. You sat where and said what? What? Okay. I want to talk about Bakugou's nightmare. So clearly it's been a month since the incident. I think it said a month, right? It said a month. It said it's been a month, right? It's been a while since the incident happened. Let me see. Scrolling. Marathon. Yeah, it's been a month. It's been over a month since the incident happened. I just needed to clarify because I remember it was a month, but it could have been more. But it's been a month since the incident happened, so... Wow, okay. Big time skip. And clearly we're seeing this from Bakugou's point of view. This is our first Bakugou POV, and oh my god, does he have it bad for Deku. He knows he has feelings for Izuku, right? Izuku doesn't know, so I feel like we're gonna see Izuku figure out, oh, these stomach flipping, moments are actually me wanting to kiss Bakugou, me wanting to date Kachan. I like Kachan. Oh my god, right? Moments. So yeah, I wonder how that's gonna go. And I want to talk about the nightmares. It makes sense that Bakugou's gonna have nightmares about this. Like, oh my, that's traumatic, especially coming from a face that you recognize. I can't even imagine, like, he is gonna get reminded about it when he looks at Deku, right? When he looks at, Izuku. I hope that doesn't, like, become a problem in the fic. Like, we get, like, a whole, oh, well, I know you didn't do this, but your face reminds me of that, and stuff like that. So hopefully that does not become an issue. I really do not hope for that to become an issue. I want to talk about the cute moment where Bakugou's just like, grunt. Deku like, oh, okay, your regular smoothie. Grunt. Strawberry then. Like, and Katsuki's, I want to kiss him, is like, you understand me, I want to kiss you, you're perfect, I want to kiss you. I love that moment. I headcanon that so much. Just a little fucking grunt. Izuku, huh? Let me get my Kachan translator. Okay. Strawberry smoothie? Right at you. Oh my god. Alright. So, the texting thing. I finally added notifications because it's regular texting and not like anything else, so I could add notifications. I did do something where I didn't say which character was talking. Hopefully by the voice alone you could figure out who is who. Izuku talks like this. Well, Katsuki talks like this. I hope that this is, understandable enough that was Bakugou and Kachan. And the fact that after every Deku message is ding, or before every Deku message is a ding, and if there is no ding next to the message, then it's Kachan because he wouldn't get a ding with his own message. I only do the whole everybody ding when I don't know whose point of view it is, and it's just a group chat, and there is no point of view, then I do a ding all the time. But if there's a point of view, the person normally who texts doesn't get the message. There has been times where I've done this before, I just never put light onto it. That's all I want to say about notes. It seems like we're going up a hill now. I'm still scared. I'm still scared. I don't want to be lured into a false sense of security, as I said before. So, yeah. As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.